So this is going to be my first venture into Let's Playing, I guess what would be. I'm going to go ahead and just start out with Minecraft. Something easy, my computer can handle it, and who doesn't love Minecraft? So, I already spawned in this world, as you can tell. Duh. And I found a village after a long search all day. It's already getting night. Or day. No, night. And I didn't really have any supplies. I just kind of ran to a place that thought might have some, but there's no blacksmith or whatever at this village. So there's nothing here. Kind of pointless village. All surrounded by, well, surrounded by swamp on that side. So, really nothing over there. And then, yeah, pretty crappy spawn actually. Just gonna wait till day. I don't even got a bed. I got nothing. I was shooting for the hopefully they would have a blacksmith, and I would be able to just take the tools from there and not have to deal with them. But there we go. There we go. Not sure why it was all super dark in here. Am on normal. Oh, and I am playing with the FTB mod pack, the Direwolf 20 version 5.2, 5.2.0, all that good stuff. That should be in the description. Yeah, it's this fun. All sorts of fun. I guess I should at least do something. Yeah, so some of the other games that I do play are... Recently, I've been playing OpenTTD, which is Open Transport Tycoon, which is just a free version of the Transport Tycoon from a couple years. I don't know the exact time and date, all that kind of stuff, but it's just kind of a fun game to play, and it's free, so you know, it's kind of like. I mean, I would say it's like Transport Tycoon, but if you don't know what that is, that doesn't help. I'd say it's kind of like SimCity, but you're not managing cities, you're managing a transport tycoon. So you build trains and buses and planes and all that good stuff. You know, trying to make it most profitable routes, and it's more fun than what it sounds like. I'm not doing the game justice by trying to explain it. And another game I play is EVE Online. That's a very... Some of you should English, yeah. Most of you have probably heard of that at one point now. It's a MMO, sci-fi based MMO. So, I did play WoW at one point, but it was just kind of boring. It's kind of weird to say that EVE is fun and WoW is boring, because a lot of people who play EVE say that EVE is boring, because it is. A lot of people say that it's just a spreadsheet with a pretty UI, which it is, but I mean, there's nothing better than flying around in spaceships blowing up other people. wish I had some sheep or something. Oh, another game I do play is Command & Conquer General Zero Hour with Shockwave mod. And then there's another mod I play with I can't remember. I know there's a lot of games I tend to play, I tend to apply mods to them. A lot of people say, mods, they take away from the game and blah. But I mean, like, I look at it this way. If you have a good modding community, you're going to be able to extend the life of the mod, or the game. Like Minecraft. Minecraft is good and all on its own, but it's a lot better because, you know, you can extend the endpoint of the game a lot further than what the base game itself has. No, let's not do that. There we go. There we go. That should be just fine. That's really the only games I've been playing recently. I mean, does that... Damn it. I was going to get SimCity 5 or SimCity 2013 or whatever they would call it, but with the whole always-on DRM crap that's been around it, it doesn't seem like it's worth buying. I'd say I've played the original SimCity, what do we call it, SimCity 4, and the expansion film, Rush Hour, whatever, the deluxe version. I got all the monies, the deluxe version. And that's still more fun. The fact that I can install it and run it without having to be like, oh man, is my internet gonna work today? I'm gonna be able to do all this stuff? Is everything? Put it in, press play, bam, it works. There's no. It's just gonna work. I don't have to worry about servers and stuff like that. It's one of those things. I understand why they have to have it, but it doesn't work. Studies have proven, I'm not sure which to study, but you know, DRM does not really work. It just doesn't. The only people it hurts are the people who buy the game and have to deal with it. Now, granted, the game is probably not going to be pirated within, you know, it's going to take a while for the game to get pirated. There's no doubt that it's going to. It's just going to take a while for it to get pirated. I can't tell what that is over there. It's Beehive over there. There's a Beehive there somewhere. No, it's just saying Beehive. Let's see. I think I've read somewhere that the longest time it took a game to get pirated was like 100 and some days. So come, you know, just November, not November, July-ish maybe. Come July-ish, there might be a pirated version out already of the game. That doesn't mean that it's gonna be perfect and not buggy, but just means that there's going to be one at that, you know. Come on, thank you. I think there's carrots in one that I ate on the way here before I died. Oh yeah, it's just, I mean, I played, Anno 2070 is one of the ones that had the whole DRM issue with it by Ubisoft with the Uplay stuff, and it just doesn't work, because by the time, you know, they get all the servers all situated and everything's working all fine, you've either lost the people who are going to buy it, you know, they've already bought something else, or just they know not gonna buy it because of that, or they just pirate it because it's easier to pirate something. It's one thing with pirated games, you know they're gonna work most of the time. And that's one of the biggest controversies about it is why are people able to pirate a game and it works 100% flawlessly, while and for free, while people who paid, you know, 60, 70, $80 for a game can't play it, can't play it on day one. And the people who pirate games, they don't care when the pirate comes out. If they're not having to pay $60, they don't care. They'll wait years for a pirate version to come out. I mean, even like with Minecraft doesn't have DRM. I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of thousands of people who have pirated versions of Minecraft running. But that doesn't hurt the sales. I'm pretty sure it's still sold millions of copies, and those hundreds of thousands that have pirated don't hurt. And I always find the philosophy: if you make a game that's worth buying, people are going to buy it. Plain and simple. But if you make a game that undercuts people, you have some crappy, you know, business model. We're gonna sell you a bunch of DLC to make the game worth it, or people aren't gonna buy it because they're not gonna think it's worth it. There's a couple of games that I've played, or not, but that I've heard of that are like that. That are like, the day one DLC stuff, or why am I gonna pay $60 for a game that's not complete? Or, you know, it just makes us most people aren't going to do that. I know I won't do it. I'm not gonna pay And a lot of people say the whole always on what it's going to do is going to allow them to sell you a bunch of DLC. I've never had SimCity. It's never been a game to where I wanted DLC. There's really been nothing. I've never been playing something like, you know what I want? I'm gonna pay more money to get some useless crap. That's what I want to get. I mean, look, there's not really much you can add. If you add skins, you know, whatever, like they do British and stuff like that don't add anything, people ain't gonna buy it because it doesn't add anything worth buying. It's just not that kind of game to where it's not like, you know, an MMO to where you can buy a skin and oh, look at this awesome skin I got. Or an armor set or whatever. And if you do add stuff like the double-decker bus that they had added in, I know people were talking about that because it costs about the same as a regular bus station, but it holds more people. So it was kind of like, oh wait, so now are you paying? You know, I'm gonna be stuck with the traffic problem because I didn't pay the extra $5 for the extra bus station or whatever. I know they were talking about one of the interviews with the guys. They're like, yeah, we want modding to be a big part of it, but the way they have it set up, it's not. It's just not. It's not gonna be mod. It's not gonna be mod friendly. You know, if you're always online all the time, it's gonna force you to update, kind of what Anno does. You force update all the time. Every time you start it, it forces to update. And so if you have a modded file in the game, it'll overwrite the modded file with the new update. And so that's why there's no mods for it. The game is fine. The game is fantastic. I played the 1404 or 1407, whatever, the Dawn of Discovery here in America. And that's what got me into the series. I saw some videos about 2070. I was like, oh, that's a good looking game. But let me check. And it's all. And I was like, oh. And I even saw it. I was like, oh, has you played DRM on it? I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to spin it. And I didn't buy it when it first came out because I had the same problem with it. I had the same super duper crap when it first came out. You know, you have to log, and I'm glad that they did change it to where you don't have to log in all the time. You can play offline, you know, if you don't have a connection. And the only difference that it added was there's certain things you can store in the cloud, ePlay servers, you know, upgrades or whatever. And if you're not online, you don't get those extra upgrades. But you can still, you know, play offline, and you just don't get the extra upgrades. So you don't get kind of like oh, come on there. You don't get extra upgrades for your city, but you know it's still playable. You can still play it. And I know I don't necessarily have a crappy internet connection, but it's not necessarily, it's 80% stable. Because my sister has 2 kids, and one of the kids likes to mess with all the internet stuff. And so I'll be playing, playing a game, watching a movie, and all of a sudden I get disconnected. It's like, oh, well, that sucks. But most of the time, it's, or it's hard to kind of explain unless if you're in the situation. It's a hassle to have to, because it's not in my room, it's on the other side of the house. It's easier just to be like, oh, lost internet connection. Oh, well, doesn't matter. And I can continue to play Minecraft. Oh, lost internet connection. Whatever, I guess I won't listen to Pandora right now. I'll finish what I'm doing and go fix it later. But if you have to always be online, you're gonna be stuck with the issue of internet going, oh crap, I gotta go scramble around the house real quick to fix the issue. And hope that my stuff doesn't get, all that work I just did the last 20 minutes doesn't get completely wiped. And I've watched a couple people who have done, not Let's Plays, but like the live streams of it when it first came out. I don't know, Quill18 did a live stream when it first came out. Total Biscuit did one. I'm trying to think of other people. That's the only big 2 that come to mind. I think Lethal Frag did one too. And they all pretty much had the same issues. Was server connectivity. And the fact that they're gonna disable all this stuff to make the server run better, really? If you have that much stuff, you probably shouldn't be in the game making business if you can't optimize your own servers. And that just seems like basic, like, we should probably optimize our own servers to handle this. DRM is not necessarily all bad. It's mostly bad, but it's not all bad. There are a few, like Steam. Steam is a DRM. It works, most of the time. I've only had like 1 or 2 issues with the, Steam's DRM stuff on some of the games, and that usually fixes itself within 5 minutes of, let me just finagle, let me just restart my computer, whatever. Let me just wait 5 minutes, and it can't fix itself. I don't gotta, pray that the game I paid for, and the fact that games I paid for Steam, $10 for maybe it doesn't, okay, fine, $10, whatever. Okay, that was close, huh? Feeding the cat. That's the other big thing is the price point. I'm able to, it's just one of those things, it's a bunch of little things that kind of screw them over. There's something overly big. Yeah, DRM sucks, but that's just the way that's just the way it's gonna go from now on. DRM's gonna be on everything. But if it's done right, people don't notice it. Like, I think even Minecraft does have a DRM-ish type thing where you have to log in. But, the servers are never, the servers are down once in the blue moon. And when they are, I'm still able to play the game I paid for. I'm not stuck, yeah, granted I don't have my skin. Which, that, even with Anno, the way they did it, I think they did it in the right way after they fixed it, was it doesn't take away from the game, but you'll notice that it's not there. Anyways, like you lose the upgrades that you had for your particular arc, but you can still play offline. Granted, you may have to spend a little extra time doing something. It's not something to where you're gonna lose a whole bunch. You can still play the game that you paid $60-70 for. And I only paid like $30 for Anno, and then I think most of the DLC. What am I trying to make here? I'm making a shovel. I got plenty of wood. I'll just do that. Oh, there's a guy in here. Hello. He doesn't like me. Where'd he go? He just got. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Oh, of course, I did a couple blocks in the stone. Story of my life. Well, that's enough of my little rant about the. Long story short, if it's done right, it works. And it's never too late to fix it, which is evident Anno. They fixed it and the game's completely playable now. Their servers is down, you can still play. You lose internet connection, you can still play. And that, to me, that's the biggest thing about it. Is as long as I can still play my game, you know, I mean, they should have maybe done something like that to where you have the DLC, like, you know, the extra cities or whatever, but maybe you're not able to build that if you lose connection, or maybe there's some type of special, you know, connection building that you get, and then you lose connection, you're not able to build those, but you're still able to play, and then it'll resync when you reconnect back up. It's just, you know, something to where it's noticeable, but it's not completely game breaking. Like, you know, something simple stuff. Maybe you're not able to build a train station because it has to connect to other region or whatever. Or maybe you're only able to play one city if you lose connection, because maybe that'll store internally on your computer. Oh, need more wood. Oh yeah, like I said, that's enough of that rant. So the other games I've been playing is OpenTTD, which is a free game. Just Google OpenTTD. It stands for Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. And it's real fun. I mean, you know, management game, I guess is what you would call it, I guess. But I mean, if you get, you know, it'll run on pretty much anything. It'll run on, you know, any computer after 2000, maybe even before that, because the first games were DOS games, so you don't need. And I think there's even ports to phones and stuff like that, so you don't need a strong computer to run that. It's, you know, 2D graphics or top-down asymmetric. Doesn't matter, probably not graphics, but you know, fun little game, toy thing. I'm not sure if you would categorize it like the same games. Do you categorize it as games or just simulations? And then EVE Online is the one recently. And that I primarily play Caldari Missile Boat, Fly the Drake, and the Raven. I say the game is boring sometimes if you have to mine or just wait for, you know, you stuck down in your zero security space or whatever. Oh, that's annoying. To where, you know, some other guy comes into your system and is able to kill you without, you know, any interference. That's a whole lot. That's a story within itself, and the whole different security systems there. So it's a fun game. It just sucks that the corp I'm in right now which is kind of like a guild or what else? Guild. I think guild is mostly used. Clan, I guess it's a while because of is mainly Australia. So like their time zone is different than mine. Oh well, that's pointless. So when I'm awake, they're sleeping. When I'm sleeping, they're awake. So I'm not able to participate in most of the stuff that they do. Obviously, yeah. I'm not sure what the point of those. One of the updates, they cannot hurt you, but. But yeah,